Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to a new update on Worldcoin or WLD, the WLD token, I think we should call it. Wanted to do an update on that because, well, it's still a very much traded new token right now. Volume is still above 100 million. It has dropped down quite significantly. And it has been doing that continuously over the last 7 days. But one of the great things about it at this point in time is that it's a bit uncorrelated to Bitcoin, all right? So whereas Bitcoin, like most cryptos, just follow Bitcoin, just every move. And WLD also followed the bit of a dump we had overnight, but since then has actually recovered back to previous levels. So that's interesting for traders. But apart from that, a lot of you have also still asked me about WLD and stuff. Also, my thoughts on it. I mean, Worldcoin is obviously a very much controversial project. Personally, I really haven't made my mind up yet. I think the project is a lot about trust, all right? It's about whether you trust them with your iris scans and stuff, and it's also about whether you trust them, whether they store it or not. If you want to know a little bit more about the project itself, then I would actually recommend you to go over to my Twitter account, where I actually wrote a thread about a week ago on Worldcoin, what it is, and just in general how it works. All right. So the best thing you can do with controversial things like these is just educate yourself on their technicals, so from their side, but also the perspective of others. That's the best thing to do. But yeah, for now, let's talk about the technicals a little bit more. So before we dive into that, I do want to tell you that I have my own premium training group as well, in which you gain a lot of perks to become a better and more profitable, which is more important, trader, like my trading setups, but also a training guide and access to a community of traders. So if that's something you're interested in, consider joining. The links will be down in the description or the pinned comment. You can also very easily join via cilinix.com. So I'll see you there. But for now, onto WLD. So in terms of market structure, on the short term, I would say the market structure is as following, which is a consolidation right here between 2.35 and 2.25, or 2.24 actually. But a consolidation is also confirmed by the EMAs. We're analyzing, by the way, on the 1 hour time frame. But there is a bit of a weird market structure because the volume, like I said, the volume is dropping, but there actually you can also see some sort of a triangle formation right here. So you could say that something like this is happening, which isn't necessarily not true, but it's also because the volume is this low, it's also probably not going to lead to anything. So even though we are recovering right here, I would say the most likely scenario from here is that we will continue dropping down at least to 2.1 and 2.05. Usually these new tokens, by the way, they just consolidate for quite some time. And now, even though on the short term we have a consolidation here, over the longer term the consolidation is more like this, as you can also see in the chart, with a bit of a fake out above 2.45 every once in a while. So yeah, there's, in my eyes right now, there's no reason to believe that we can actually break out of that consolidation to both the upside or the downside. I think overall the expectation is that Bitcoin has had a bearish breakout, that we are seeing some recovery right here, but that the most likely scenario is that we will respect that bearish breakout and that will continue with bearish momentum, which, even though the correlation between WLD and Bitcoin is low, it's not zero. All right, so that's another reason why I think, at least on the short term, you know, we're now seeing a lot of bullish momentum from WLD, also because we're seeing that from Bitcoin. So I still think, given those two reasons mainly, so the current market structure, my experience with newly launched coins, but also my expectation for Bitcoin, I'd say the most likely scenario is that we might just consolidate for a little bit longer in this area, but that at some point of time we'll drop back down towards 2.1 and 2.15, basically this level down here. And the same goes for that level. There's no reason why I would expect that level to break as a support. So I think we'll drop down there, and I think we'll find support. Now, if we barely get any support from there, then at some point of time, you might have to make the conclusion that it's going to drop, or that it's going to break, and that we'll see levels like $2 and 1.9 again. But that's not something for the short term, all right? We'll talk about that if you're interested in that, but for now, this is my take on WLD. So thank you for watching. Take care. and bye.